So the news has recently broke that Netflix is allegedly working on a Persona live action television series. It's something that has been gaining traction on social media, and it's something that a lot of people, including myself, did not expect. And keep in mind, this is a few weeks removed from the reveal of Persona 6, or at least the reveal trailer that we got a couple of weeks ago. And we know a couple of details about the live action Persona TV series that's allegedly in development. Um, like some details had leaked, such as like it's going to be worked on by 21 Laps and Story Kitchen. Also, that Christopher Montfed is going to be the executive producer and showrunner. And it also said that Sean Levy and Robert Atwood will be executive producers on the Persona series via 21 Laps. And yeah, like the production company's Story Kitchen, they are actually like working on like the Tomb Raider live action series that's supposed to be on like Amazon MGM Grand Studios. But this is something that Netflix had declined to comment on, so that kind of it pretty much confirms that it's true, because if it was untrue, then I feel like Netflix would have just flat out denied it. So, yeah, apparently we're getting a new Persona live action television series sometime in the future on Netflix. The year has not been confirmed, the date has not been confirmed, but I can see this definitely happening considering the fact that we're getting Persona 6 sometime in the future. And I'm not exactly sure about the whole live action approach to the Persona television series. I always felt like it'd be better off as an anime, but it's quite possible that the executive producers can make this work and they can turn into something compelling that people can sink their teeth into. But at the same time, I've been looking online, and there's definitely been a lot of skepticism on whether or not it's going to do any justice to the video game series. And um and I can see like why, this particular IP is getting its own live action series, because within the past like decade or so, Persona is becoming increasingly more popular. So, like when video games reach a certain level of popularity after a specific period of time, they eventually end up on Netflix, and they get their own television or film adaptations. And yeah, I honestly feel like this is something that is definitely a big deal. I'm not exactly sure whether or not it's going to end up living up to people's expectations, because people have really high expectations as of like 2026 for the most part in relation to anything video game related that turns into a film adaptation or a television adaptation. But I honestly feel like I'm not exactly sure like what approach is going to be taken in terms of like going through like the seasons and stuff like that. How many seasons we're going to get, because I think there are like five main entries in the Persona series thus far. The first entry began 30 years ago with Revelations Persona, and I feel like the ones that ended up being the most popular are three through five. And it seems like Atlas has done everything they can to stay away from Persona 2, because Persona 2 is really controversial. And for those who don't know why, you can look it up. I'm not going to go into detail about that. But I'm not exactly sure what approach would be taken in terms of storytelling. Do you do it season by season, like based off of the main series? Like you start off with Persona 3 as season one, and then season two is four, and then three is five. And the thing is, when it comes down to particular um, shows getting like new seasons and stuff like that, they have to be renewed. They have to be approved, and it has to be something that um, Netflix want to happen, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to go down, or like what particular game they're going to start off on. And not to mention, there's been a lot of spin-offs in the Persona series as well. I'm not exactly sure whether or not any of that's going to be included in the live action adaptation, but I'm pretty sure we're going to learn more details about this as time goes on, hopefully before the end of 2026. But yeah, this is something that wasn't on my bingo card in relation to 2026. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens, and hopefully we'll learn more details about this upcoming Persona television series.